Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Fred, what's the word, my boy?
What's the word, my dude?
I'm all good, man. Hey, this is take two for episode 8, man.
Take two, man.
Episode
Man,
8, take two, man. Hey, if you was rocking with us last night, man, hey, internet issues they happen, man. But we gonna get
they
it done
happy.
tonight, man. Fred, how you feeling tonight, my boy?
Hey, bro, I'm all good, man. Hi, man. How you feeling, man? Let's get this
Okay, I'm
thing
good,
going.
man. Hey, let's get all this logistic stuff out the way, man. This is the Our Voice Basketball Podcast. Follow us on Facebook, Our Voice Basketball Podcast. Our Facebook group, Our Voice
Yep.
Basketball Talk. Instagram, Our Voice Podcast. Spotify, Our Voice Basketball Podcast. We'll upload on Spotify in the morning. And email us at Our Voice Podcast 23 at gmail.com, man. So, hey, man, we can just get right into this
Get to
episode.
it, man. Get to it, man, because I don't want no
Let's
internet
get
issues.
to
Get to it.
it. Let's get to it, man. So, this is the Our Voice Podcast 2024 playoff takeaways. We're going to break down some things that we saw in the playoffs and just talk about them tonight, man. And we're going to close it with the NBA Finals, man. Fred, you ready?
Come on, I'm born ready. Episode 8.
Episode 8, man. We finna get right to it. So first slide of the night, man. We got Ed Edwards, man. Killed the playoffs, man. He killed them. He was the talk of the whole playoffs. He averaged 33.4 points in the 2024 playoffs, and he had 29.8 points over the playoffs of his whole career. He eliminated the last year champions, the Denver Nuggets. He was able to knock them out, as well as just had a good series, man, with the Denver Nuggets, man. He had a great series against them. But my question, Fred, for tonight is Anthony Edwards the best player in the NBA right now? You can kick this off, bro.
No, he ain't the best. He's one of the best, but
Agreed.
he ain't the best. He ain't the best. Anthony always had a hell of a playoffs. I love what he did in that Phoenix series against Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal. A sweep. I never saw that coming. I actually had picked the Suns for that series because I thought that Kevin Durant leadership and being a veteran and just being a scoring machine he is would get them out that first round. And he swept them. They didn't even get a game. Then what the shocker, the true shocker is he took out the defending champions. And he played a hell of a series there, and that was a shocker to a lot of people. And he just had his game was just kicking in. So I don't think he's the best in the league. I feel that he does have the best potential. I do think in a few years his name's going to be up there in MVP talks.
Hey, man, I totally agree with you, bro. I know that one of the things that really hurt him in that Dallas series, man, was he had went so hard, bro. And then he went up against Kyrie, and he just ran out of gas, bro. He couldn't keep up with that veteran presence in Kyrie Irving. And like we was talking about before we cut out yesterday, was the fact that Kyrie, man, like when you're going against a player like that and you talking the big game, like you got to bring your A game. And I know, like, especially in that game one, bro, I know I turned it on in the third quarter, and like you could just tell, like he was out of gas. Like he wasn't even looking for a shot. He was just looking to pass the ball as soon as he got it in his hands. And you could just tell, like, man, he was exhausted. So, yeah, man, just I personally would just say enjoy your off season, man. You had a hell of a season this year. You know, work on getting stronger, work on your charisma, work on your stamina, and just come back next year ready to roll, man. But my hats to you, Ed. You did a hell of a job this year in the playoffs, man. Definitely.
Hats up to Ant.
I think only thing he needs to work on for real is his stamina, man. Like I said, he had just ran out of gas when he got to that Dallas series. So just work on your stamina.
You barked up the wrong tree.
Yeah.
You can't bark up that Kyrie tree. You talking about some, I got Kyrie. You can't talk that and don't back it up.
So I know one thing.
Too short to box the God.
Bro. Kyrie gave him the business, man. And you can just tell, like, a player who's been there, done that, and a player that, you know what I'm saying, he's a great player, but he has a lot to learn, man. Kyrie he knew how to pick his spots, man. He knew when to score, when to pass the ball. Like you could just tell, like he had been there, done that. And Kyrie had a hell of a series against Minnesota. But he did the same.
Can't talk about Uncle Drew. That's Uncle Drew.
Hey, he definitely was Uncle Drew in that series, man. He was killing. So I know what we talked about yesterday, Fred, was the fact that we were like frustrated with both Cat and Rudy Gobert, how they did not perform in that Dallas series. And for me personally, I don't know about you, but I definitely think if they would have played better, they could have got at least 1 or 2 more games out of that series if just Cat and Rudy play better. I don't know. What's your take on that?
You gotta stop shooting threes. You can't be 280 pounds, bigger than your opponent, and you ain't posting up. The one game he started posting, they won.
Yep.
Then I seen one game he missed his first 8 threes. Stop shooting damn threes. Post your big butt up in that hole. Look who your matchup is. You all got an advantage every time. Post up. I'm tired of seeing big men shoot threes. It's sickening. Post up.
We talked about this before, Fred. Like, that's the NBA that we in today. But that's why, you know what I'm saying, this, not to get off topic too much, but a player like Shaq would like eat in this league today, bro. Because first off, people wouldn't want to guard him because they so used to playing up top at the 5 position that Shaq down low, bro, when nobody in the league could touch Shaq back then. Now,
I'm probably average 50.
Shaq would average like 40 a game in the league today, bro. Because nobody would touch him in the league today, bro. Picture Clint Capella guarding Shaq. Like, bro, Shaq.
I couldn't imagine Carl Towns sticking Shaq.
So that's what we saying, live, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you play the 5 position, you got to get down to that block, man, and post up and get your points down in that block. Like, you should not be shooting, you know what I'm saying, 5, 6 threes a game, which Cat is good for about 5 threes a game, which at the 5 position to me is crazy. That's out of control, bro.
You know we in different times when centers are shooting threes at a high rate.
At a high rate, bro.
At a high rate.
So before we go on, man, just shout out to Ant, man. You doing your thing in the league, man, and you had a great series this playoffs, man, and just on the off season, just work on your stamina and work on getting better, bro. We were looking to see what you're doing that 25 season. This is the Our Voice Basketball Podcast. We're live right now on Facebook, live right now on Instagram. We're going to our second story of the night. Here we go. Second story of the night, Fred, is Tyrese Halliburton's playoff in 2024, man. The Pacers, to me, had a better year than expected. You know what I'm saying? They made it to the in-season tournament championship game.
Don't you say that.
Where they came up short against the Lakers, man. I ain't going to talk about no championships because I know how we feel about championships in the in-season. So they came up short. We're going to leave it there. In the playoffs, they made it to the Eastern Conference Championship game where they came up short to Boston. Tyrese Halliburton himself was an all-star this year. And our question for Tyrese Halliburton, Fred, is he a future superstar of this league, man? What you think?
Yes, he shocked me. Because I actually picked, my predictions was horrible this playoffs. I actually picked Milwaukee over the Pacers, even with Greek Freak out. I thought that Dame Lillard would be able to handle the Pacers, but he went down, and Halliburton, he just took over and made the job, got the job done. And then he really shocked me when the Pacers took down the Knicks. I actually had the Knicks in 7, but the Pacers ended up winning in 7. He's a pretty good point guard. He needs to work on that little funny looking jump shot a little bit, and I think just take more of a leadership role. But I love Tyrese Halliburton, and I think that he's gonna be a future. I think he's gonna be a future superstar in this league. I think he has a lot of potential to be one of the best. I think he's gonna get. I think the Pacers gonna. I think they're gonna get a little better.
Hmm.
They shocked me by making the Eastern Conference Finals because at the beginning of the season, like I said, I had Milwaukee and Boston, but due to injury, they took advantage of it, which they should have. And I think he's gonna get to that superstar level.
I totally agree with you, bro. I think for me, just seeing what the Indiana Pacers did this year was crazy. Like I did not expect them to play as good as they did all season, man. Just to get to the in-season tournament championship game, I didn't see that coming. If you'd have told me, in the off season that they was gonna make it that far, I'd have said no. And then even in the playoffs to make it to the Eastern Conference Championship, if you'd have told me they was gonna make it that far, I would have said no. So they're already ahead of schedule, in my opinion. Tyrese Halliburton is a dog, and I think that it was so unwise of Sacramento to trade him. I felt like they traded him before he got to where he was at, and so it was just not a smart move. I think now with him and Fox playing together would have been crazy, but you know what I'm saying, that's what happens in the NBA. You make deals, and he's definitely taking off in Indiana, and I definitely think that he is definitely going to be a superstar in this league. I agree with you that he has to work on his jump shot, but he has that. I can pick my spots. I know when I can score. I know when I should pass when I'm not making shots. So he already has that wisdom of the game of when to pick his spots. It's going to be interesting to see what they do in the offseason to get better. I think that they need a for real three. I think at three, they kind of hurting at that position. I do like, who they got at the 5 in Miles Turner. I think he's a decent 5. But I think that at the 3, they need some help there. But the Indiana Pacers, bro, is a team that I think definitely has some potential to make it to the NBA Finals. They're going to have to get over that Boston hurdle. But once they finally get past that Boston hurdle, they can make some noise and get into the NBA Finals, man. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do this offseason and, what they do to get better, especially at the 3 position. But Tyrese Halliburton is definitely a player that's going to, make some noise come next season and the years beyond to, make the Indiana Pacers a better team, in my opinion. So, Fred, for me, man, like from what you saw in the playoffs with the Pacers, what do you think they need to do to improve for next season?
That's a good one. Well, you got to re-sign Pascal Siakam.
Definitely.
I like that fit there in Indiana. I like Miles Turner. I like Miles. I would like to see them strengthen the bench up a little bit. Strengthen that bench. And because I do like McCullough on the bench.
Yeah.
I think Indiana's okay. I think that they exceeded a lot of expectations and just tweak, not a lot, make a few little minor adjustments, and I think they'll be all right.
Okay. Yeah, I like Siakam. I don't think that he played to the level that he did when he was in Toronto. And maybe that's because he was trying to find his niche in Indiana and find out, like, how do I fit in with this team? But I was thinking about how he played near his end in Toronto, and the man was a bucket, bro. Like, he was a bucket getter. And I just felt like he didn't play as good as he did when he was in Toronto. And like I said, maybe he was just trying to find out what his role was with the team. And it's going to be interesting to see what he does next season to make that jump to going back to a superstar level type player. But he just, to me, especially in the playoffs, like he didn't play to what I think his expectation should have been in the playoffs. So hopefully he come out and he play better next season. But yeah, I just personally didn't think that he played to his level, in my opinion, bro.
Okay.
So so I do think that Indiana is a great team, and they got what it takes to, like I said, get to the NBA Finals. The question is going to be this offseason, what are they going to do to make improvements to get past Boston, bro? Because Boston is a hell of a team, man. And the team that they got right now, they got enough to make it, but I don't think they got enough to beat Boston, man. Like, Boston's just a tough team. So they got to find some ways to get better this offseason, in my opinion.
Okay.
So This is the Our Boys Basketball Podcast, man. We just broke down the Indiana Pacers and what we thought. We're gonna move on to our next story of the night, man. Next story of the night is on the west side. We got the OKC Thunder, and SGA is our player that we're gonna talk about from that team. They definitely have made a lot of strides from last season to this season. They were the number one team in the whole NBA. Excuse me. They had 57 wins. They won Coach of the Year, and they made it to the second round of the Western Conference playoffs, and they lost to Dallas. So we got some questions, Fred. Is OKC a future NBA championship team? And then question 2 is, what do OKC need to do to win an NBA championship?
That's a tough one. They real young, very young team. Exceeded expectations in my eyes. I didn't never see them being number one in the West. Let alone, I don't even know if I had them that high in the West. Number one, they shocked the hell out of me.
Agreed.
SGA, he got my vote for MVP because once you think about SGA, who's the next best on that team? It's like there's no second star, and then you just got a team of young, good players. Right. Young, and they all good. They all play. They share the ball. On any given night, you don't know who gonna take over the game. And this SGA scoring 30 points a game, and they swept New Orleans in the first round. The man, he got MVP in my eyes. I'm not no knock on Jokic because he got it. I wouldn't argue with it, but this guy here got my vote in Oklahoma. Just exceeded my expectations. Do I think they can win a championship in the future? Yes, I do. I can see Oklahoma in the play, and I can see them in the finals. Wow. I just think they need a little, maybe a better two. Add a better two down there. I can see it. Good coach. The coaching is he's a great coach. He makes proper adjustments. I would like to see Chet add a few pounds. I like to see him add a few pounds. He look like he need a sandwich out there.
A couple sandwiches.
Yeah, he need a couple steak sandwiches out there. Hit that weight room a little bit. But I see the future. The future for Oklahoma looks bright. All young guys, a lot of guys they drafted, and they just kept. Man, I love the job Sam Presti did with this team. I love it. I love Oklahoma. I think I think in a few years their name going to be up in the. I can see them in the finals.
Wow. So, I personally think that they have the opportunity to make it far in the playoffs. I don't think as is they have enough to make it to the NBA finals. I don't think, I think as is they would not beat the Denver Nuggets. I don't think that they have enough right now. I think that they have to go out in the off season, in the next couple off seasons, and continue to make adjustments, whether that's, getting players from the draft or making trades or whatever they need to do. I definitely agree with you when you said they need more veteran presence because they are a young team. And when you go against veteran teams in the playoffs, even if they met the Lakers, bro, like I don't know, if they have the wisdom to beat a team like the Lakers. I'd look, if they met up the Lakers in the playoffs. I think their youth does hurt them. They have a lot of great players on that team. You know what I'm saying? Shea is a great player. Chad is a great player. They have Gordon Hayward on that team, great player. I think that they have to find ways to get more veteran presence on that team. Like another player that's like Gordon Hayward, who, has been in the league for a while. He knows how to win at a high level. The problem with Gordon Hayward is he can't stay healthy, man. That's the problem with Gordon Hayward. He cannot stay healthy for long periods of time. So find more veteran presence who can stay healthy and give SGA some help, man, because he going to get to the point where he going to get to the playoffs and he going to end up hitting Anthony Edwards and just running out of gas because he ain't got no help. So he got to find a way to get some help, and that's not his job. His job is the hoop. That's the front office job. So the front office need to go out and get him some help. I think that if they do that, then they have an opportunity to, go out the NBA championship and taking down a Denver, and then maybe get into a championship and taking down a Boston. But if they don't do that, they're gonna be a very good team that maybe gets out of the first round each year and can get to the second round. But that's pretty much as far as they're gonna go if they don't get some more veteran presence in there. I agree with you though, Fred. I think that SGA definitely should have got MVP. I think if you look at the team, like you said, as is, he carried them, man. And the fact that they ended with the best record in the NBA and knowing that he was the best player by far on that team, you got to give him MVP, off of that alone. Because I think what it's called, most valuable player. He was the most valuable player in the regular season this year. No knock to Joker. Joker's a hell of a player. But the most valuable player this year in the regular season was SGA. So I think that the people who who voted for that, they did not get it right this year. I think that SGA should have got it. But I do think that come next season, SGA is going to play with a chip on his shoulder because he should have got it. And he's going to continue to produce for that reason alone, Fred, that, man, I know I should have got MVP. They didn't give it to me. Now I'm going to make y'all know who I am. Y'all going to know me. If y'all didn't know me at the end of this year, you definitely going to know me at the end of next year. Is it going to be his mindset come next year, playoff time? So with that being said, Fred, I know we talked about Indiana and what we think they need to do to get better. Same question with OKC. In your opinion, what they need to do from this season to next season to make a deeper push in the playoffs?
Just like I said, the veteran leadership. Just the veteran leadership. Get some vets down there. Strengthen, like I said, Chet. I think the players going to get better. I think some of the players, they're so young and they got so much potential. I'm not making too many adjustments because, I think these players, I think they're going to work out in this off season and get back. And you should see some career averages over there, like some boosting, some scoring, some guys gonna get better. So I wouldn't add too much. A couple, like I said, are better too. Chet, like I say, Chet, get it, man. Go on, get you a couple. Come on to Chicago, we feed you right. Get you a couple steaks in, going back home. And you ain't gonna be all right. Ain't too many adjustments I would make. This team is a good, and they're an exciting team to watch. I like watching OKC. They play, they fun to watch. They get down 10, 15 points. They break it down like it ain't nothing. And I loved them in the Dallas series. That was a hell of a series. They lost a close series, win 6 games, and the last game, man, bad foul, but hey, it's growing pains. You're gonna learn from it. I think they're gonna get better.
So shout out to let me see, put this on the show. Shout out to Alicia Russell for jumping on the line. Thank you so much, Alicia. She said she agreed with Fred's points, and I agree with Fred's points too. I think that what we need to do, what they need to do, is bring in some veteran presence, somebody who can, help, even if they veterans like off the bench type presence, but they can, help make adjustments on the fly. I think that, them with having that youth, when you go against a tough team, a veteran team like a Denver, like you just need veteran presence, man, to help people who on the floor say, all right, I'm a guard so and so, or when they make that screen, we gonna make the adjustment, or we gonna just a person on the floor that knows how to talk. They've been there before and they know what needs to be done to win games at the highest level. So I think that's what they need. Just like you said, man, there's some veteran presence out there, and I do agree that Chet needs to put on some pounds, because when he go against, premier centers like Joker and B, people like that, he can keep up with him, but he's small. So they bang him, they abuse him because he's so small. But if you put on some pounds, put on, 15 pounds of muscle, he'll be able to, keep up with them premier centers. But he's just, like you said, he's a stick, bro. So he needs to put on some muscle. So definitely in the offseason, he needs to hit the gym, you know what I'm saying, eat some food, but then hit the gym so he can turn into muscle and not fat. And he'll be straight. Chad will be straight. Yeah, but I think that if they're able to bring in some veteran presence to help out SGA, I do think they can make a deep push in the playoffs, bro. That's my opinion. But yeah, I like you said, I like their coach. They got a great coach. He knows how to make the adjustments. So if they bring in a premier player to help them out with that coach, they definitely can make a deep push. So, yeah, we're about 25 minutes in, man. This is the Our Voice Basketball Podcast. We're live on Facebook. We're live on Instagram. We're going to one of our feature stories of the night. Here we go. Okay, so we know that this Thursday, everybody, this Thursday, NBA, pay us. We promoting y'all, man. Pay us. But this is the NBA Finals is this Thursday. We're going to go through our predictions. We got Boston coming out of the East, going against Dallas coming out of the West. So I'm going to break down my predictions. Fred going to break down his predictions. And if you're still on the line, tell us who you think who gonna win, man. So we're going to break down who wins the series, how many games it will go, and who will be the NBA Finals MVP this year. Fred, you want to go first? You want me to go first?
Man, you take that one.
All right. So I don't mind going first. I got Dallas winning. In 7. It's going to go all 7. I got Dallas winning, and I'm telling you, final score will be within 3 points. So 1, 2, or 3 will decide the NBA Finals this year in 7. But I got Dallas winning, and simply I got Dallas winning because I think that Luka and Kyrie will have more production than Tatum and Brown. Simply. Once again, that's Luka and Kyrie will have more production than Tatum and Brown. I think my MVP will go to Luka. I think Luka's probably going to average about 23 points a game in this series. But it will go 7. It's going to be a dog fight. Yeah, man. I personally got Dallas taking it, man. And Fred, I don't know if you agree with me, and you can disagree, bro. But I don't have enough faith yet that Boston can win the big one, bro. They've continued to let me down over and over and over. And I just don't have the faith that they can win the big one. Now, if they win, they prove me wrong. And listen, I have no problem, you know what I'm saying, being humble and come back on here in a week and say, look, man, I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? I've been
wrong all playoffs, hell.
So I don't have no problem hopping on here and saying I was wrong. But until they prove me wrong and saying, look, we can win the big one, we can win the championship, I don't have faith that they can do it. So I think Dallas is going to win this one in 7. Luka will be the MVP, averaging about 23 points a game. That's my predictions on the finals.
23 points a game?
Yes, sir.
I'm saying 33 points a game for Luka. 23? You forgot he led the league. You forgot he led the league in scoring.
He did, bro. He did.
He ain't gonna drop 10 points.
He did. I got him at about 23 a game.
Man, come on, Will.
I think it's gonna be a couple games, bro, where he don't score that high. He probably gonna get in like the 19 range. But there'll be some games where he'll go out for about 35, 37 points. But lower scoring games.
I'm a little undecided on this right now, man, because I love Kyrie. It's funny because when he was with when he was I was gonna say New Jersey, when he was in Brooklyn, when he was going through all that mess, I don't even wear Kyrie shoes. I went and bought 2 pairs just to support him when they dropped him.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
I actually went and bought 2. I'm gonna actually do a reel on them shoes and show people, man. I stuck with Kyrie because I just love a brother who just stick to his means and how he feel about things, and he didn't let money or nothing get in his way. He just stuck to what he believed. I loved it. I supported the shoe. They dropped when Nike dropped them. I said I'm gonna go out and buy them. Because I always liked Kyrie Irving. Now the issue with this finals, I like this Boston team.
Okay.
But the thing about Boston in the playoffs, they haven't been challenged in none of those series.
Yeah.
You played who was that in the first round? The Miami team with no Jimmy Butler, no Terry Rozier. Then you turned around and played a Cleveland team. Donovan Mitchell got hurt. Then you played a Pacers team. Tyrese Halliburton was hurt. And so it's like you really haven't been challenged. And now you got Luka and Kyrie. And I just feel Kyrie, I remember when he was in New Jersey. I mean, he's in New Jersey. I remember when he was in Brooklyn and he went and he lit Boston up and he went and stumped on Lucky in the middle of the floor. Stumped on the logo. I'll never forget that. And I know every time he get the ball, Boston fans gonna boom.
Yep.
I love this series. And I'm so undecided because on one hand, I want Kyrie to win. And on the other hand, I want to show that you don't trade a player like Drew Holiday. When they first made that trade, of course, Milwaukee had to go with the superstar, which is Dame Lillard. But I love a guy like Drew Holiday. Those guys not come around. So I'm torn right now. If I just had a gun to my head, they say who win? I would say Boston.
Okay.
And maybe 6 or 7, probably 7.
Okay.
They're gonna have Porzingis is most definitely gonna be needed in this series.
Ooh, I forgot about Porzingis.
Gonna need him, and Derek White is playing such great ball. I love Derek White. I'm so happy he cut his hair. I'm happy he cut his hair. He was out there looking like baby Stephen A. Smith. I'm so glad
I forgot about Porzingis, bro. I forgot about
Porzingis. And
he had been out. You know what I'm saying? He had been out since the first series.
Oh, yeah. So I think when they say he should be back for the finals, I read a report on ESPN and said he should be back.
Okay.
So I like because old man Al Horford can't get it done. I love old man Al Horford. I love him. He's a great player. But this Lively and Gafford they've been balling. They've been blocking shots, and Lively didn't miss a shot in that Western Conference Finals.
Bro, Lively played amazing, bro.
Man.
He played amazing.
This thing can go either way. This is one of the most exciting NBA finals that I've seen in a while because, like last year when I seen Denver in Miami, it was just like, yeah, Denver gonna get them.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, this is so like you just don't know because at the beginning of the playoffs, I picked Boston to make it. Even with Greek Freak, I still said Boston would beat Milwaukee, and I picked Boston for the finals. But I didn't pick the Mavericks. I actually had Denver. But this thing here, so I'm gonna say, and y'all, next episode I might change my mind. We got to do an episode before the final start.
Okay.
Oh man, MVP, I would have to say, I don't know. I would say Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown. Yeah, one of the two. But I would say Jason Tatum. If Jason Tatum got it. I will say this: if Jason Tatum got anything, which he does, if he's a superstar, it's his time to prove it right now.
Agreed. And I agree with that, bro, because simply the fact right here, like you said earlier, he's up for a contract renewal.
Which he will get.
Oh, yeah, he definitely gonna get the bread. But I'm like, look, man, if you come out right now and win a championship and get the NBA Finals MVP, bro, it ain't gonna be no denying you getting that, you know what I'm saying, with 350. which is out of control. If you give it one player on your team $350 million, bro, that's ridiculous. That is out of control.
It's just so, man, this is crazy, but I love it. I love seeing these guys get this money.
So, Fred, I pulled up some stats for you, man. So, on January 22nd, Dallas and Boston played each other.
Okay.
Boston won by 9. That was in January. They played again in March, and the Boston Celtics won by like 25. The final score was 110 to 138. So they played twice, and Boston got them good, basically good. So I know that really don't mean nothing come in time.
You got playoff Kyrie out there.
Yeah. So, but just to throw that out there, Boston did get them twice by a decent number, at least 9 each time. But Kyrie,
you got Uncle Drew out there. When Uncle Drew
he played different come playoffs, man.
Ooh, Uncle Drew, baby, love Uncle Drew.
So, bro, I think that this playoffs is going to be very interesting, bro.
This one of the best playoffs in a while.
Yeah, because I think this one is very close. Like it's almost 50-50. Like you said last year, you could kind of say, okay, I think Denver gonna take down Miami. Like you know what I'm saying? You could put some confidence behind that bet. This one, like if I put some money up, bro, like I'm nervous in the service. You hear me? Like I don't know who gonna win. You know what I'm saying?
I'm still nervous about my prediction.
All right, so I'm gonna throw this quote up there. Alicia said, "When is it? It is the playoff and the final start Thursday. Thursday, Alicia. Thursday,
Channel 7.
Game 1. Game 1 is Thursday. Thank you for jumping on with us. So yeah, Fred. Like I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. Like I don't have any confidence behind my predictions. Like I said, I think it's simply Kyrie and Luka gonna outplay Tatum and Brown. Like that's what I think. I could be 100% wrong. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going off what I thought, what I think. But
I could be 100% wrong. This one,
right? I'm going off what I think, man.
We need to probably do a live podcast during the game.
Let's do it, man. Let's do game 1. Let's do it. I'm with it. So I think that it's going to be interesting come game 1, though, because you'll be able to see game 1, you know what I'm saying, like who really came ready to play. You know what I'm saying? Who came like, look, man, we try to get them out the way. We're going to play hard. And it's going to be interesting to see, like, game 1, like, who with it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to it, man. It's going to be a good series.
I'm looking for Uncle Drew.
Hey.
And that guy dang on Luka just needs to just stop acting a fool.
Bro.
He got the fool game 5.
Bro, that last game, bro, Luka was hooping, bro. Luka was hooping.
I told him he was like the Florida Evans when she said, damn.
Bro,
it don't make no damn sense. He was balling.
That thing, and I'm not racist, but that white boy is cold.
Cold.
That white boy cold, man.
I was watching the game. I said, God damn.
That white boy cold, man.
Ooh-wee. Give him $300 million.
Bro,
give him whatever he want. Break the damn bank.
They had no answer for Luka in that last game, bro. They had no answer for him.
I love Luka. I love watching Luka. I love these young brothers. These young brothers and that be balling. Young Luka and all these young guys. They just balling. Luka just a dog, and I like Kyrie. He just a dog. They was just balling. And Edwards, he just came out and balled. But one person that didn't show up to me in the playoffs was my boy Devin Booker. What happened to you?
Yeah,
Devin Booker, he's a baller. What happened?
Yeah. I mean, and I think that, you know what I'm saying, if I had to pick one team that was a disappointment coming in playoffs, was definitely Phoenix, bro. It was definitely Phoenix because I had Phoenix, you know what I'm saying, giving them a go. You know what I'm saying? Like
I had Phoenix winning.
Yeah. So the fact that they got swept, bro, like it makes you think, like, bro, what was missing with that team? You know what I'm saying? Was it the chemistry? Like, what was missing with that team?
And chemistry is so important. That's why I love this matchup here because with Dallas, they actually had a full year of Kyrie this time. You know, last year, you know, the trade had happened and, you know, they was working on it. But this year, they just look like they've been playing together for a long time. Chemistry is so important. So that's why I'm leaning towards Boston because these guys been together for a while. They've been to the finals. They lost. And when you lose, you like, I got to get back there. Some teams lose and never get back there.
Never get back.
The team that lost, then didn't get back, but then got back back 2 years later. So I'm looking at the growth of Tatum. He's balling. He's not as flashy as Luka or a Kyrie, but he gets the job done.
Yeah.
They were still the best team in and throughout the whole NBA. They got home court advantage. That's why I want to say Boston, but I just think Kyrie gonna put up a performance out. Ooh-wee. I love Uncle Drew, that boy there. And I'm actually found myself kind of pulling for him because the way they dogged him when he was going through all that and talking about he didn't deserve to be in the NBA and all this, he should retire mess. Like, man, y'all don't forget who this man is. Put some respect on his name.
Bro, that bothered me when they were saying stuff like that. Like, Kyrie shouldn't be in the league. He should, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, Kyrie basically was the X factor to Cleveland winning that championship game.
It was. They wouldn't have
LeBron
won.
does not win that championship without Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? He don't win it. So I think that people are quick to forget what players contribute and how they contribute to a team. And I had no doubt in my mind that once, you know what I'm saying, Kyrie got back to his regular self, he was going to ball. I definitely didn't think that it was time for him to retire. Like, I thought that Stephen A. Smith was out of his mind saying that. Like, bro, this dude is still you know what I'm saying, in his prime. This dude ain't, you know what I'm saying, 38, 39 years old. Like, he still can hoop and contribute to a team, especially a team like Dallas. So I thought that he was out of his mind saying that. But I think that believe it or not, bro, I got Kyrie on the Dallas side is the X factor. And I think that, believe it or not, I'm going to go Porzingis on Boston as the X factor because we know what Brown going to do. We know what Tatum going to do. But Porzingis has been out since the first round. If he can come out and, you know, and contribute at a high level, Dallas should be scared. Dallas should be scared.
I think it's going. This is one of the best. This is one of the most exciting finals that I'm ready for. And I'm ready for.
Yeah, definitely. But like I said, man, if they can contain Brown and Tatum and Porzingis don't do nothing, Dallas should feel pretty damn good about themselves. But like I said, if Porzingis come out and ball, like, Dallas should be a little nervous. Everybody, man, thank you so much for locking in with us on episode 8. We apologize about yesterday, but we got it done today, man. Rock with us on Facebook. Rock with us on Instagram. Rock with us. We're going to be on Spotify tomorrow, all right? And once again, we do have an email. If you want to be on our show, all you got to do is email us, ourvoicepodcast23@gmail.com, and we can have you on the show, literally, to talk basketball with us. And we're going to keep this thing going even after the NBA season ends, man. It's got a lot more basketball to talk come off season. The NBA draft is coming up. So we got a lot more basketball to talk about. So continue to rock with us. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. For the people that tuned in, Alicia Russell, thank you so much for hopping on the live tonight. We appreciate you. Thank you. And always like, comment, and subscribe. My boy Fred, man. Last words. What you got for me, my homeboy?
Oh, man. Everybody, man, put your picks out there. Who y'all got, Boston or Dallas? And appreciate y'all joining us for episode 8.
All right, man. We'll talk to y'all next time. We out of here.